ChiMegan. It finally showed up. It's about 3 weeks late, but I said I'd make a quick video, or at least a video about it. I'm going to try and do as in-depth as I can. I haven't even opened it yet. It's still in the original packaging that it came in, and this is what it comes with. It comes with the tube and also a pair of springs. So the pair of springs actually are just for the firing buttons. We'll get into that in a little bit. But as you can see, this is the packaging that it comes in. And if you can look, obviously, style of Mojo, who is the maker of the mod. As well, this is the authenticity tape. And as you can see, it's not tampered with. It's got the style of Mojo logo on it. And I'm really excited. So let's just begin. I got this from Vaporology, a shop in California. I ordered it, pre-order the day that it was released, April 22nd. Today is the 30th of June. So obviously something happened. I didn't get it in time, like I said. Never had any issues previously like this, but this one is definitely, like I said, a long time waiting. A lot of people that you see online have already gotten theirs probably the first week of June. The 6th or the 7th, right around that time, was when they first got it. I was actually kind of disappointed because I couldn't get any responses back or anything else from Vaporology. Multiple emails, I even called a couple of times. And every time I called, every time I emailed, I was met with the response of saying maybe next week, maybe next week. And then finally this past week, it showed up. Like I said, a lot of people were waiting for Vaporology. It was very disappointing to see that it came so late, especially when so many people have already gotten it. And I know that I was probably one of the first ones to order it. And I was excited, but nevertheless, it finally showed up. And here it is. You guys are going to get to open it with me, okay? So I'm excited to see what it looks like. First of all, it is stainless steel, so gotta take the ring off first. I really don't want to get it scuffed up. I will put a J-wrap on it eventually, but this is just to show you guys and quickly make a video so that I can share in my excitement. So be careful with the authenticity tape. I actually don't want to tear it. I'm never going to resell this thing, so it really doesn't matter, but I really do want to try and keep it the packaging as nice as possible. He did a great job with the tubes, as always. For those of you guys who don't know, Style of Mojo is a Korean modder, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Everybody should know him from the original Chi. So the clear tape, just put that off to the side. And then again, here we go. And again, the serial numbers and the bar, everything else is on here. You can just take a look at it. Again, the tube and the beautiful Style of Mojo logo. So I'm peeling it for the first time, and just for purposes, I'm just going to keep that and move it down just slightly below. I'll tape it back together with another piece of tape, but on the tube and on the ID authenticity bar, they have both the serial numbers, and as you can see, he wrote that on the tube as well, or they wrote that on the tube as well. 947 is going to be my serial number, and the tube should just twist right off. As you can see right off the bat, right there should be one of the top caps. Not sure which one yet, but again, be very gentle. And what it is it's the slanted top cap. That's the slant top cap right there. There's the bottom. with the adjustable pin, and again the slanted top cap. And then there's some paper inside. Gotta be careful with that. And just a slight push, and you have the flat top cap. And just as you can see, there is the logo with the flat top cap. Just want to be careful, I don't want to get too many fingerprints on it. Put the tube off to the side, and there it is. Again, I'll get closer pictures, put them in there as well, in the review as well. But as you can see, it's stainless steel with obviously the ChiMegan logo. And there is the Korean lettering, also with the serial number on it. And also you have his signature. That is the signature of Style of Mojo. It says Dong on it, it's his name. And then last but not least, the beautiful, beautiful firing button. If you can just see that, it's got the ChiMegan logo on it. And again, if you turn it around, it has the ChiMegan318. And so I heard that he named it the Megan for his daughter. And buttery smooth firing button. As you can see, it's a recessed button. And here's the locking, reverse threading. Clockwise to lock, counterclockwise to engage. Also, if you look, the brass accents itself, this bottom is vented. That's for battery venting. As you can see, it goes all the way around. And this thing is picking up my fingerprints like crazy, guys. But I'll break it down for you guys shortly so you guys can see it as well. And just like that, I'm just going to take off that tube, the top half of the tube, just so I can show you guys the bottom. And again, the threads. Phenomenal. Again, I wouldn't expect anything less from Mojo. As you can see, that there it is. And I've been hearing some stories about batteries getting hot, and Mojo actually posted on his own website. If you guys can see just slightly the machining on this, there's a little point right in the center. He says we have to get rid of that if you don't want the battery to get hot. And obviously you don't want to get a battery hot either way. So eventually I will do that, I'll take care of that. He says a few things we can do. Let's take a nice sharp knife or some fine grade sandpaper and just get that off, but I'll do that in time. But there it is. Back to the tube. I'm just going to take the flat top off. Just want to be careful. And again, I want to be super careful because I don't have this thing wrapped yet. I will get it wrapped, but as you can see, the flat top, it's already got a bunch of my fingerprints on it. And again, the threading on this thing is as smooth as anybody could ever want on a mod. As you can see, there is the adjustable pin for the atomizer on top and the battery. Again, it's just, you just screw it and unscrew it to tighten it down to make it fit whatever atomizer you have. Chances are I'm not going to use this one too often. Again, Delrin, brass. These are brass accents, so I know I'm going to have to keep them polished and take care of them, but on to the next thing. I mean, this thing is beautiful. I love it. I love it. Always wanted the ChiMegan318 for other reasons, but we'll get into that. Put the slant cap in just because all my atomizers right now are the smaller ones anyways. So I don't have any 30 millimeters, anything huge to fit this flushly with the flat top. So I'm just going to put the tube back on real smoothly. Well, before I do that, let's see which one I want to put on as an atomizer. And everybody remembers the last one, the Hades, with the Origin V2. And this thing is still champ, still hits like a beast. I still love it. Got unicorn's milk in there right now, so it's actually pretty good. So just for all purposes, I'm just going to take the Origin off, the Hades for now. Clean the threads real quickly, make sure there's nothing in there before I put it on the slant top cap. And the reason why he gave you the slant top cap, so that you can fit your atomizer in there and it keeps it flush. Just like that. As you can see, it fits it beautifully. So onto the tube. Again, the tube, and just trying to be as careful as I can with these threads. And that's how she looks. I think it's beautiful. Obviously, it's a 26650 mod. I am getting into them. I love them. Obviously, there's a lot of options out there. You have the Big Nasty, you have the Hades, which have come up really, really big in this last year. You have the Congestus, you have the Mutants. People are battery stacking on all these 26650s. The main reason why I got into 26650 batteries and also the mods was battery life. You can go super sub-ohm with them. You got to be careful with that though. Know your batteries, know your limits, and know your builds. But I went for the pure reason of being able to have a battery last me. I'm a bigger guy, big palms as you can see, and holding a regular mod just wasn't really it for me, you know. So for me, this thing was 26650s. If you look at my Hades, it fits in my hand perfectly, beautifully, really. And to me, it's sturdier and it looks beautiful. But obviously, right now there's two types, two batteries that I only use. the MNKE, and I'll just give you a quick zoom in on those. And that is the MNKE 26650, and that's 3.7 volts, 4,000 mAh. And then the very next one is the Sony 26650. Again, the Sony, they're both flat tops. Preference wise, I've had these for, I've been using both batteries of my sets. I have quite a few of these now. Don't get me wrong, the Sony's a great battery. Great battery. Sony's are reliable. Everybody knows their limits. They've been tested thorough through and through. Same thing with MNKEs. AWIMRs. This is an IMR MNKE. But with these, for whatever reasons, just my preferences only, I actually prefer MNKEs over the Sonys. But yet, like I said, I still do rotate these evenly, so it really doesn't matter. But this being the first fire off, I'm going MNKE. And again, the battery fits in beautifully flush, and then very, very carefully slide in the bottom firing switch. And these are buttery, buttery smooth. And that's it. There she is. It's exactly what she looks like. If you just take a look at her, again, this is fully weighed out, batteries and atomizers on top. I think gorgeous, gorgeous. I've been waiting for this the day I saw the first picture. I think I saw the first concept and ideas probably early in the year, January, February, March-ish, right around that time. And then they sneaked a few pictures out and said that they were gonna release in April with the list, the pre-order list, and I hopped on it right away. I was beyond excited. But then, like I said, everything came crashing out when it took forever to get here. But this thing is gorgeous. Just a quick look again with the slant cap on top. Again, there's the logo. And then there is the Korean lettering or caricature with the serial number. And I'm told that the caricature, the writing on it, the Korean writing itself, is the Warrior King. A lot of people have ideas of what the Warrior King is and the Chi-Yu thing, but I have my own thoughts. History by history, he's Hmong. I don't care what anybody says. Koreans can say they're his, but no. It's, if you're talking Chi-Yu, as Chi-Yu himself, it was the Warrior King of the Hmong people. And me being Hmong, hey, granted, I'll take full credit for it. They can say whatever they want, but to me, Chi-Yu, to me, is Zia. And he was the first Emperor King for the Hmong people. But like I said, aside from that, before I break it down and take more pictures so I can put them up into the video as well so that everybody can get a close-up look at this thing, let's see how she vapes. See if she fires first. It sizzles. So wow. Wow. It's a very, very short throw. Being with the Hades for a while, that one's got a heavy spring on it, and it can get a little bit harder to use to firing it, but this thing, as soon as I touch it, it's firing, which is pretty amazing to me. it's gonna get smoky in here, it's gonna get vapory in here. So after I shoot the video, I'm just gonna shut it down, break it apart, take close-up pictures of it, and then post it in there so you guys can see what it looks like broken down. But I mean, I'm fully impressed with this thing. I can't wait to take this thing along with me, but it'll probably be a couple more weeks before I take this thing out, just for the simple fact that I don't want to get it scratched up. I'm in love with this thing. I love it. So ultimately, you can put it down, and with the recess button, it's not going to fire. I'm pushing down on the mod now, and it's not firing, even with the short throw, but right in there, as you can hear, crackle. Just let me juice up real quickly. Yeah, it's already getting super cloudy in here. So minus the clouds, big shout out to my favorite juice line for right now. It's been my daily all day vape for the longest time. Anybody who knows me, I praise this stuff. And if you don't know, Bomb Vapor. Located in Texas, made in the US. My favorite flavor, Waterberry Chill. I do extra menthol, 3 milligrams of nicotine, and let's see how it does. And I do 70-30. And as you can see, my whole bottle lineup here is pretty much Bomb Vapor. That's what I have left of the 1,000 milliliters. And the 1,000 milliliters was made in January, February, March, April 22nd. So basically, I got this the same time that I ordered the ChiMegan. So might as well vape on it, right? I'll put the bottle down for a second. And like I said, let's have a taste. Flavor's there. Like a lot of people are going to say, every mod's going to hit just about the same way. It just depends on your build, depends on your atomizer, depends on your battery. Fresh battery, new mod. I love it. I love it. That's how it fits in my hand. It's not necessarily a stealth vape. Can't really stealth vape with it, but to me, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll post up the video eventually, and I'll break it down, clean off the mod first, get all my fingerprints off of it, take some real close-up pictures of it so you guys can see it. Till next time.